All right, I will call the May 8th, 2023 meeting of the Newtown Township Board of Supervisors to order. I will note that the board did meet in executive session prior to this meeting where we discussed the conditional use appeal. Cannot read that hearing. I'll skip that one. I'll figure that out. Discussion of the zoning appeal at 03rd Avenue, discussion of the zoning appeal at Ellison, Maine, discussion of conditional use appeal, the municipal authority access drive. When I'm writing with my right hand, it doesn't really come out as good as I think it does. With that, I will ask Mr. Neese to please call the roll. Here, this is broken.
Ms. Roberts Lightcap.
Here.
Mr. Partridge.
Here.
Mr. Russo.
Here.
Ms. Chanlis. Your solicitor, engineer, and manager here.
Thank you very much, Mr. Neese. We'll now move into the moment of silence. And now we'll stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Section 5, agenda 5.1. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
Second.
Motion was made by Supervisor Chandler, seconded by Supervisor Roberts Lightcap. Is there any board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries unanimously. We'll move down to section 6, public comment for agenda items only. I will note that the board did receive public comment from Ms. Patty Wilson at 4111 Battles Lane concerning the zoning appeal, the Quarry zoning appeal, the Craft Custom Home zoning appeal, and the mainline health building trailer. If there's anyone in the audience who has any comments that they'd like to provide with regards to the agenda, please come up to the podium, state your name and address for the record. There's such a large crowd. Yeah. All right. With that being said, we'll move down to the minutes. 7.1. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from the April 24th, 2023 meeting?
Second.
Motion was made by Supervisor Russo, seconded by Supervisor Roberts Lightcap. Is there any board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries unanimously. Now move down to section 8, resolutions of recognition. 8.1, consider approving resolution 2023-15, National Police Week, and we'll turn it to our supervisor liaison to the police department, Supervisor Partridge.
Resolution number 2023-15, National Police Week, May 11th to May 25th, 2023, and Peace Officers Memorial Day, May 15th, 2023. Whereas since the beginning of law enforcement within this Commonwealth, hundreds of police officers have made the ultimate sacrifice while on the line of duty. And whereas these officers risk their lives every day to protect our communities, and the bravery and selfless services shall not be overlooked by a grateful nation. And whereas across the United States, the week of May 11th through May 15th, 2023 will be recognized as National Police Week. And whereas the first National Peace Officers Memorial Day was held on May 15th, 1982, following a proclamation signed by President John F. Kennedy on October 1st, 1961, and has continued to be observed annually in memory of those police officers who made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. And whereas Newtown Township will honor the memory of the hundreds of police officers who have given their lives on the line of duty in this Commonwealth, and whereas Newtown Township recognizes the week of May 11th through May 15th, 2023 as National Police Week, and May 15th, 2023 as Peace Officers Memorial Day in Pennsylvania. Now therefore be it resolved, the Board of Supervisors of the Township of Newtown does hereby acknowledge May 11th through May 15th, 2023 as National Police Week, and May 15th, 2023 as Peace Officers Memorial Day in Pennsylvania. Resolved this 8th day of May, 2023, and that's my motion.
Motion was made by Supervisor Partridge, seconded by Supervisor Chandler. Is there any board discussion? The only thing I will say is I think that it goes without saying that we all believe, but more importantly, we know that we have the best police department, not only in Delaware County, but in the Commonwealth. We are only a handful of municipalities in this Commonwealth to have the accreditation from the national police chiefs, as well as the state police organization. And as I said, we're only a handful. I mean, it's a rarity. And I think that the leadership that Chris Lunn and the rank and file officers have been doing for this community over the last couple of years has been amazing. And we're very appreciative of it. With that, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries unanimously. Now we'll move down to presentations. We have a presentation from Janet Krevenas with regard to the Township Gold Certificate from Birdtown, Pennsylvania.
Thank you very much. Yes, I'm Janet Krevenas from 23 Paper Mill Road in Newtown Square. I am on the Environmental Advisory Council and also chair of our Birdtown. And I'm joined tonight by members of our EAC, Cindy Mehallow, and also Birdtown co-chair Cheryl Grosso, to share this award with our board members. Newtown Township has been named a gold certified bird town by the Birdtown PA board after review of our annual report, which was submitted in January. This report highlighted activities within our municipality across 6 key strategic areas: municipal actions, school district actions, community engagement, habitat enhancement, collaboration, and advocacy. The review determined that we were involved in at least 77 activities, contributing to over 363 volunteer hours to make our community more sustainable. Our Silver Sustainable PA certification was instrumental in determining the many actions the township has taken on a municipal level to improve our environment, such as passing the native plant resolution, retrofitting street lights and traffic signals with LED bulbs, and installing geothermal heating in this building. Our school district director of operations shared that they had installed bird-friendly netting behind the ballpark that is wide enough to prevent birds from being trapped, and that they used recycled tire material under the football field when it was reconstructed. A review of our community engagement and habitat enhancement activities showed that we have many of our elected officials, staff, businesses, nonprofit members of multiple, nonprofits, members of multiple committees, and passionate residents who've come out to plant, weed, clean up our parks, and go on bird walks. In addition, we have collaborated with organizations outside of Newtown Township, such as Willistown Conservation Trust, CRC, and Tyler Arboretum on these projects. Advocating for sustainable practices in our newsletter and on Facebook reaches a wider audience, and it's great to see the Birdtown logo on these and on the township website. Finally, restoration of natural systems and native plant communities for birds, pollinators, and other wildlife on both private and public lands has a positive impact on our community, including in creating a healthier environment, reduce use of pesticides, and controlling stormwater runoff. We are proud to show the Birdtown street signs, motivated to continue our effort for our birds, wildlife, and people, and working to inspire community pride. We want to thank the board and all concerned for promoting a culture of conservation where everyone is a potential steward of nature in their backyard and beyond. Thank you very much.
Very nice, Janet. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So the slide that you see up there, I had printed out.
Look at that.
So that we can have a photo op for this.
Absolutely. When do we turn them down, Janet? Come on.
That's what you said before. Right. And you'll notice that we are wearing Birdtown pin that was made by Cheryl. So we can buzz up and Birdtown pin. Hey, look at that. Come on. That's the part what helps us prove it.
Thank you.
Can I make a public comment just to piggyback on that Cindy Mehallow 8700s run? I am so proud of Janet. She works so hard on this. I was writing the history of the EAC for an article for the program for Colonial Days, the first Saturday in June. You know, they're having a focus on volunteers. And it hit me like, how many years we've been a bird town? It goes back, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 years. Yeah. But you have carried that on and you are so passionate and pleasant about it. And I'm so proud of you as my colleague for bringing this along. And what's good for the birds is good for people. They're the canary in the coal mine. And if the birds don't do well, we're not going to do well. So.
Yeah, and the only thing I'll add to that, Cindy, is to Janet, I mean, to reiterate it, I mean, we're appreciative of it. I spoke to you on the phone, I guess, Friday. So unfortunately, I couldn't make it to the walk, so I apologize on that. But, the work that you do and the recognition that you deserve, is good for the community. And you help, inform and educate the residents and the board. And you do so in a very awesome way. So I appreciate it because it's been impactful. So thank you. Thank you for your service to the community. Perfect. Thank you, Janet.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, now we'll move down to section 10, which is the reports 10.1, reports from the township manager, Mr. Neese.
Yes, I have several things, as one that's in the agenda, and then a couple things real quick. So we did have an Arbor Day event a couple weeks back, and we planted 42 trees and bushes along the Goshen Trail. We've done some work out at our rain garden, not only this last weekend, but 2 weekends before that. We've done work at the rain garden with volunteers. We had the Family Fun Fest this last weekend and did the ribbon cutting at the bocce ball court. We've had several walks from our Trails and Greenways Committee, and as well as the Birdtown Walk or Bird Walk that they had on Saturday out at Gary Williamson. There are a ton of events going on. I encourage people to look at the township website, to look at the calendar and all the things that are going on and stay on top. I would make note for the board, this Saturday is at the Veterans Memorial at 10 o'clock is the anniversary for the Veterans Memorial. If you plan on going, if you please let me know so I can let the organizers know they want to know who's coming from each of the townships. So if you plan on being there, please let me know. And yes. Oh, I'm good. Never mind. Don't pay attention to me. I just got a phone call today saying we needed to know who they were. So, no, from the Debatons. So, okay. So finally, you recognized our police officers. Just wanted to let you know that we recognized our administration staff last week, and we'll be recognizing our police officers this week. We brought in pizzas, and we're going to do that as well for the Public Works when you recognize Public Works team. So I just let you know that. Finally, just want to give you a quick update on Old Masters. You're aware that we had an overflow at the Old Masters pump station. Yes, we know that it wasn't operational at the time. And we're still looking into the causes. That we do believe there was a connection, and there may have been other causes, and that's all under investigation and being looked at. The pumping was complete, and we removed all the effluent that was in the wet well at the time. And then they also at that same time addressed all the environmental issues that we became aware of. And in addition to addressing the ones we were aware of, they went outside of the area that we were for sure aware of that was impacted and did cleaning outside of that just to make sure there wasn't anything that was not caught. And so that was done. And then in addition to that, not only were all the areas cleaned up and treated, DEP was made aware of the issue, or has been aware of the issue and made aware of what we did to address the matter. So that side has been addressed and taken care of. I know people have been questioning like where we are in the process. I would let you know that for the last 2 weeks, we've had contractors out there working on putting in the roadway that needs to have access back to the pump station. That is at a spot now where the electrical contractor can come in and lay down the electric line. They started today. I had a conversation with them at the site today. They told me that they thought it would be between 3 and 4 weeks. At that point, PICO would need to come in and do their connection. And then finally, we would have to do testing. So I would think in the not too distant future, we'll be getting letters out to all the residents, letting them know that we're ready for connection, and we'll get that process started. So I just wanted you to be aware of that, and we'll go from there. And that's the end of my report.
Thank you very much, Mr. Neese. Any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, we'll move down to section 11, which is a budget adjustment. Consider approving the budget increase 2023-01, which is also item 14.1. I'll read this. Consider approving the traffic signal pole replacement as a result of an accident at a cost of $18,920 as follows. You can see the budget increase listed there. Let's get a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I would recommend that we'll just take that under action, under 414.1 when you get down there, because it also refers to the next item. And so we'll just do that all as one action at that time.
Okay.
If that's okay with you.
If you're fine with that, I figured we'd get something out of the way, but
Yep.
board has no problem with that. We'll move forward. Section 12 payments. Can I get a 12.1? Can I get a motion approving the $3,547.80 tax levy refund to 10 campus associates due to an assessment decrease as directed by the Board of Assessment?
So moved.
Motion is made by Supervisor Partridge, seconded by Supervisor Chanlis. Is there any board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries unanimously. 12.2. Can I get a motion considering approval of the following escrow payments? $268 escrow release payment to Bernadette Greenwich at 19 North Line Road for a completed grading project. $2,540 escrow release payment to Pamela Carroll at 3706 Lister Garden for a completed grading project. $1,038 escrow release payment to VNT Outdoor for a completed grading project at 304 Sunnybrook Boulevard.
Second.
Motion was made by Supervisor Partridge, seconded by Supervisor Chanlis. Is there any board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries unanimously. 12.3. Can I get a motion approving the
That would-
payment?
That's part of 14.
I will skip that. Section 13 bills. I will make a motion. I've reviewed the bills and I'll make a motion to approve the bills on check register A dated May 8th, 2023, totaling $123,960.30. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion was made by the chair, seconded by Supervisor Roberts Lightcap. Is there any board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries unanimously. 13.2, I will make a motion to ratify the bills on EFT register dated May 8, 2023, totaling $739.58.
Second.
Motion was made by the chair, seconded by Supervisor Partridge. Is there any board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries unanimously. We'll now move down to new business 14.1. I will make a, yeah, right. I get a motion approving the traffic signal pole replacement as a result of an accident at a cost of $18,920 as follows. You see it all listed there for the budget increase 2023-01.
So moved. Second.
Motion is made by Supervisor Chandler, seconded by Supervisor Russo. Mr. Neese. Do you have anything you'd like to add to this?
The only thing I would add is that we're still working with the insurance company to recover our deductible as well, because it was not an accident. It was an accident by somebody hitting our pole. And my argument with the insurance company is we shouldn't have the deductible. It's the person who hit us, and they should be reimbursing us completely. So they've already reimbursed us for the depreciation of the pole, which they were trying to take out as well. I'm trying to also get our $5,000 back.
So a car hitting this pole,
Yes,
why would their insurance cover the pole?
I think they will cover it all, but our insurance company is the one that reimbursed us initially. But
Okay,
until I get it all back, this is how we're going to pay for this, because our contractor's done the work.
okay, thank you. The insurance company has a right. The insurance company has a right to seek subrogation from the negligent driver. if they don't do that, we have the right to
Right.
do it as well.
Any other board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries unanimously. Section 15, old business, there is no old business. Section 16, land development approval, there is no land development approval. Section 17, board comment.
I would, this Saturday, I was, at the Drexel Lodge Park along with Mr. Neese, Mr. Sharretts. And, I got to cut the ribbon for the new bocce ball court and the horseshoe. I don't know what they call them, pets, I guess.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And they are beautiful. I mean, I know that I've seen bocce ball courts before, but the work that they all put together between the Parks and Rec Committee and Public Works, they did a phenomenal job. So I think we have to start a bocce league somehow for the township.
Well, I would,
We should have competitions, staff against supervisors or,
Yeah.
police against library, something like that. So I think that would be a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
But it really looks great with all the picnic tables and the benches that are there. They really did a phenomenal job. So thank
if
you
I
for
could
being
just
part of
make
that.
note, you brought up a good point. I want to make two notes real quick from that. One is that there is a league that's being put together by the Marple Newtown Recreation. So if anybody from the public's interested, they should reach out to them. And secondly, if somebody wants to come, there's actually balls and what's needed to play bocce in a locked box. If you
Mhm.
come to the township building, we'll give you the key so you can have access to it. And then you just bring the key back, but it's.
And I think there are directions too. Don't we
Yeah,
have
there are directions and there's
posted.
they've done a nice job
Yep.
on the scoreboards. It's a really nice job.
Yes.
If you haven't seen it, I really encourage you to get out there and look at it. Our Public Works team and Parks put together a really nice.
Oh, in addition to the bocce equipment, I think there's horseshoes there as well, right? That you can borrow the
There is.
key and use the horseshoes. Oh, great.
And that was
Thank
all
you.
part of that ribbon cutting was also part of that amazing, right, from the Family
Yeah.
Fun Day.
Yeah, so it was
That-
Family Fun Day and the Railroad Museum. They combined their efforts and they had music, kids' music and all kinds of kid-centric activities, including a little steam engine and the library was well represented there as well. So it was a really, I think our organizers got a little nervous because there was a lot of cars and we were nervous about the parking, but it worked out really well.
That's awesome.
So thank you.
Thank you for going. I will note that for anyone who saw on Sunday, we had individuals as part of the EAC that came and prepped the township's rain garden, removing out the weeds and preparing it for the planting that'll take place this Saturday, May 13th from 9 to 11:30. The EAC will be planting 400 small native grasses and perennials into the soil that was prepared starting on Sunday of last week. Pre-registration is preferred. I think all this information is on the website of the township. But it is a great opportunity not only to help beautify the township building, but to get a lesson in how to take care of native plants in your own garden and also to see how a rain garden works. That rain garden is only in year 2. And Cindy Mehallow told me that there was a famous line that they say the first year the plants sleep, the second year they creep, and the third year they leap. And I don't know what kind of soil we have over there, but I think in year 1, we skipped years 1 and 2 and went right to leap because it looks great, but it's another good green environmental initiative that the township has taken with the help of and leadership of the EAC. So anyone who can come out, it's a good event. Any other board comment? Seeing none, we'll move to public comment. Is there any public comment? All right, we will now, I'll just make a motion to adjourn. We are adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.